welcome to my channel. My name is Sylvia and my channel is all about art and craft. Now today I'm going to make a birthday card for my dad, which is going to be kind of like a beach scene, because my dad loves the water, he loves going fishing. So I sort of thought, perfect. So what I've got here is a piece of cardstock, which is 160 millimeters across and 115 millimeters in height. And what I've got here is a stamp of a couple of beach chairs with an umbrella. And because I'm going to use another stamp as well to do the ocean, I've made myself a mask up, and I just used some sticky note tape and then just cut out certain bits, not all of them, but just certain bits, so that when I put the other stamp over the top, it's not going to go through on this one. So, and since I've got different colours now, I thought, perfect way to make this all happen. So what I'm going to do, use the maroon and I'm just going to ink this up a bit. And I wasn't meant to do the umbrella, but never mind, because I was going to do the umbrella in a different colour. But that's okay, that's what we've got baby wipes for, right? So I'm just going to remove it there. And then I'm going to use this sepia colour. And I'm going to put that on the umbrella, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that sort of down here in the middle, and I'm going to press that down. Like so. Again, it didn't print properly, but that's okay. It's only because my table's not dead straight. So, but that's fine because we're going to colour it in after anyway. So, all good. So, what I'm going to do is remove this stamp, and then I'll grab the other one that I want to use. And I actually know that this stamping block, it's not quite big enough, so I'm just going to put it in an angle and it fits then. See, like I've still got a bit of room there, so beautiful. Okay, so with this one, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to work this one out. Okay, I'm going to use this blue haze for the water, but I'm going to have to be very, very careful because I don't want to get these little sails, so actually you can't even tell that you're getting ink on there, so hopefully we are. I think we are, so it's all good. Some over here, very carefully, and some over here, and because this is actually the sandy area, I'm going to use the sepia again, and I'm just going to ink that up. Like so. And with those little sails, I'm thinking I'm going to make them green. Why not? So very carefully, I'm just going to ink these up. I think I pretty much got them. Can't tell. I must be blind. I don't know. Some colours seem to be sort of difficult to see. Okay, so before we stamp it down, we're going to grab a little template. And we're going to stick it over the top, like so, and kind of move that into place. There we go. And then we're going to grab this and we'll stamp it about there. And as I just discovered, well, guess what? The other two sails aren't going to show really, but that's okay. It'll do. So we've got that in place. And how am I going to do this? I know. Because, you know, it's quite short here, what I'm going to do is just ink up this side. Just a little bit. And then we're going to try and line this up. Let's see how well we do. Not bad, not bad at all. So there we have it. And then we can take our mask off very carefully. There we go. And we've got our little beach scene. Beautiful. So, what I'm going to do is, try not to stain it, really. That's my theory anyway. I'm sticking to it, so yeah. What I'm going to do is, with the beachy area, I'm going to use a colour called Clay Yellow by Derwent. This is the Academy watercolours, so if you haven't got them, don't worry about it. Just use any sort of watercolour pencil that resembles yellow ochre. Okay, because that's pretty much the colour that I'm using. They just gave it a different name, that's all. And what we're going to do is just very roughly colour that in. Making sure we get some in between the chairs. Then I'm going to grab, some sea blue, and we'll put some of that on. And then I'm going to grab some sky blue. We're going to put that towards the top bit. And I'm only doing it very roughly. And then I'm going to grab this green and put it on that little sail there. And ooh, what other colours should we use? I might grab the orange yellow. I'm going to make it for this one. And then for the other one, I'm going to use a red. This one is just called red. So there we go. And now I'm going to grab a dark coffee and just put in that little bit at the bottom of the sailing ship, like so. And then I'm going to grab, it's called Garnet Red, and we're going to colour in the umbrella stick, and then we're going to put in our wooden legs from the beach chairs. The yellow clay again. And we'll put some where we missed it. There we go. I'm actually going to do it a little bit darker along here because you would have the shadows. The umbrella will do a reddish brown. There we go. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, I'll grab a little rag here. I'm going to use the paintbrush and we're just going to spread this colour around a bit. And what we're going to do is just let it dry a little bit, and then we'll continue wetting certain areas, and then we'll finish off this last little bit here, and then we can add some more stuff to it. So back shortly. Okay, so what we're going to do now is colour in well, wet the umbrella. And we'll wait with the water because of the fact that we've got too many things that are wet now. And with the beach chairs, I was thinking of using 2 different shades of yellow. One's a lemon yellow and the other one is a medium yellow. And what I'm going to do is, where it's got the little lines in it, I'm going to do the medium yellow. Like so. Now, with this bit here, because I didn't cut this bit out, I'm going to have to go in with the clay yellow partially, and then I'm going to have to grab the sea blue and do sea blue up the top there. And that's pretty much it on that. So what we're going to do is just do this area here. I didn't want it in there. Alright. I think it'll be safe to do the water now. What I'm actually going to use is some purple, or actually no, I use the cobalt blue, and I'm actually going to get it straight onto the brush. So I'm just going to wet the tip of the pencil. I'm just going to use that. Oops. I'm doing really well today, aren't I? Just to put some of that in. Very carefully. So, and I'll grab the sea blue again, and I'll do the same thing. And I will grab a little bit of the purple, only because, you know, the ocean does have sort of like darker spots in it, and it doesn't always look all perfectly blue. I think that'll do. It just gives it that little bit of extra. And I'm going to do The same sort of thing with the yellow clay. I'm going to pick up some of that. I think I'm going to leave it at that. The only thing we've still got to wet is the actual chairs themselves. I'm just going to do it like this. I want to cover this with some blue. So I'm just going to go over it very roughly. And what I'm going to do is grab my little spongy, a little bit of fun foam, and put it underneath it so that we can make sure that when we stamp it, it's going to imprint properly. The stamp I'm going to use this one. It's kind of a pretty one. Now, where's my other stamping block? Ah, there it is. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put this there. And unfortunately, I can't really do it the way I want it. I had hoped, because I'm going to miss a D. So what I'm going to do is just somehow line this up a little, or somewhat. D-A, and we'll wait with the D, because we have to do that separately. So it's going to look funny first, alright? And I'm just going to use my black ink. That A doesn't have a lot of ink on there, so better ink it up properly. Okay, I'm going to put that right about there. Like so. Not really happy how it's sort of separated a bit, but that's okay. Work with what we got. And I'll just separate that one a little bit further over, just so it looks like that's how it's supposed to be. There we go. And then I'm actually going to grab a starfish. Now I'm actually going to use the split pea colour that I've got. Ink that up. I'm going to put that right about there, like so, and Then I'm going to grab a seashell, and for that one I'm going to use the maroon colour. Actually no, I'll use a chocolate colour. Make it a chocolate colour. Make sure we've got plenty of ink on there. And I'll put that down like that. And what I'm actually going to do, because I reckon that'll be a cool idea, is I'm going to use my mermaid liquid pearls. I know it's kind of the wrong colour, really, but I reckon it'll still look pretty awesome. I'm going to do a reasonably big pearl on here, like so. But I'm going to go and grab a little paintbrush. Any sort of paintbrush will do. So we can just try and get it to go down a little, so it looks more like a actual pearl sitting there. And I'm going to put a couple more, but not as big. And that way it actually sort of looks like those pearls came out of that shell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry, and then we'll put it all together. So as soon as it's dry, I'll come straight back. Okay, so I'm being a little bit impatient, and I've actually managed to put some foam tape on the back here. So what I'm going to do is pull that off. And I'm actually going to angle it. Now I'm going to try and sort of do it so that it's within the card, like that. There we go. Now although it's sort of covering up what we had there, I think it still gives it a really, really nice effect. So there you have it. It is pretty simple to do. Yes, you could put probably a lot more detail into it, but unfortunately I still have one more card to make, so I wanted to keep it as simple as possible and still make it look pretty awesome. So I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you get notified when a new video goes up. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.